The US Air Force just surprised the world with the release of the updated Blacksnake A-10 Warthog. The all-new Blacksnake Super A-10 Warthog just shocked the world. The roar of its engine strikes fear into enemies, and its heavy armor and powerful weapon can open enemy armored vehicles like tin cans. This is the A-10 Warthog, the iconic aircraft that recently clocked its 50th anniversary since its first flight, and is known for its notorious efficiency as a tank killer. In this video, you are about to discover how this legendary aircraft earned its reputation as one of the most formidable attack aircrafts, living up to the menacing nickname of Tank Killer. Not long ago, a Fairchild Republic A-10 Thunderbolt II, aka the A-10 Warthog, received upgrades to boost its impressive capabilities even further. This legendary aircraft is known to defy expectations with incredible resilience. It can fly with just one engine, one elevator, half of its tail, and half of its wing missing, yet remain virtually indestructible. Since its 1976 introduction, the A-10 Warthog has showcased remarkable durability, spanning nearly 5 decades, and its retirement isn't imminent, as it is expected to serve until at least the 2040s. This extended service is well-deserved, as no other aircraft in the US inventory matches its capability to provide unparalleled close air support to ground troops. Specifically, the Warthog was designed for close air support, earning its reputation as one of the world's most effective anti-tank aircrafts, primarily due to its distinctive GAU-8 Avenger 30mm gun. In February 2023, the United States Air Force conducted initial testing in the Nevada Test and Training Range, showcasing the A-10C Thunderbolt II's remarkable anti-tank capabilities. The aircraft demonstrated its ability to penetrate modern armored vehicles that were equipped with explosive reactive armor. Testing involved A-10Cs firing armor-piercing incendiary rounds at dummy main battle tanks with ER. To be certain of its ability, the pilots even varied attack parameters and directions to further assess the weapon's effectiveness against heavily armored targets. Through post-shot analysis and visual inspection, analysts determined that the tanks were rendered inoperable. Major Kyle Metric Adkisson, commander of the 422nd Test and Evaluation Squadron, A-10C Division, highlighted the aircraft's firepower. In a typical A-10 gun employment, 120 rounds require an engagement with 9 to 10 targets before ammunition exhaustion. A-10 formations can tackle over 40 armored vehicles using 30mm ammunition, making it a formidable force on the battlefield. The A-10's GAU-8A gun, protruding from the aircraft's nose, boasts a fire rate of 3,900 rounds per minute. This potent, through post-shot analysis and visual inspection, analysts determined the weapon traces its origin back to the early 1970s when the American Air Force sought proposals for a 30mm rapid-fire gun for the AX Close Air Support aircraft. General Electric's development of the GAU-8A prototype took its idea from this initiative. The government contract aimed to develop 4 ammunition types for the cannon: target practice rounds, semi-armor piercing, high explosive armor piercing, high explosive armor piercing incendiaries, and high explosive incendiaries. Recent testing also evaluated the AGM-65L Maverick and the AGR-20E Advanced Precision Kill Weapon System against armored vehicles, in addition to the 30mm cannon rounds. A 59th Test and Evaluation Squadron A-10C Operations Test Analyst emphasized the ongoing nature of these efforts, stating that testing has been in progress since the idea was initiated in 2020. The plan is to continue testing various anti-armor munitions against the ERA-equipped vehicles in the Air Force's inventory. With the concept proving successful, upgrades extend to structural enhancements like new wings designed for 10,000 flight hours. Modern digital technologies are being adopted, including the A-10C Precision Engagement Program, introducing the hands-on throttle and stick HOTAS system. This system allows pilots to control the aircraft's functions without removing their hands from the control lever. The A-10 is transitioning into the modern digital battlefield by integrating multifunctional screens, helmet-mounted displays, and new electronic equipment, including advanced radar systems. These upgrades aim to enhance the A-10's situational awareness and targeting capabilities, making it even more effective in combat. What even makes this whole thing more brilliant is the modern addition of helmets with integrated display systems, exemplified by the BAE Systems VisionX Scorpion display system. These high-tech helmets bring a game-changing dimension to A-10 pilots by providing critical information and targeting data, significantly elevating their accuracy and mission effectiveness. Imagine a pilot seamlessly accessing vital details right from their helmet, revolutionizing how they navigate the skies. Well, that's exactly it. Adding to the A-10's arsenal of enhancements is the anticipation of a Link 16 connection, a development that promises a leap forward in data exchange and communication efficiency. This technological stride is in line with the A-10's unique position as the only American fighter purposefully designed for exceptional close air support. An indisputable claim marks its legacy. It has saved more lives than most other aircraft in the US inventory. Many veterans owe their lives to the protective wings of this formidable machine. The journey of the A-10 Thunderbolt II traces back to the Vietnam War in 1965, where the inadequacies of existing ground attack aircraft underscored the necessity for a specialized counterpart. Despite considering various aircraft, including the F-4 Phantom and the F-11 Arver, Northrop's F-5, and even the A-7D variant of the LTV A-7 Corsair II, none could adequately fill the crucial gap like the A-10 Thunderbolt II does today. In 1996, a pivotal decision marked a shift in the US Air Force's approach. Recognizing the limitations of existing aircrafts, the focus turned toward creating a dedicated aircraft for close air support, addressing vulnerabilities in both the A-1 Skyraider and contemporary attack helicopters. This decision led to the inception of the AX program, eventually giving rise to the A-10 Warthog. General John P. McConnell, who was the Chief of Staff of the USAF, initiated the development of the CAS, the Close Air System, aircraft in 1966. By December of the same year, the Requirements Action Directive for the AXS, Attack Experimental Close Air Support aircraft, was presented. By 1970, the specifications evolved to consider potential threats from Soviet armored forces and the necessity for all-weather offensive operations. This refined vision included a 30mm rotary cannon, a top speed of 460 miles per hour, a 4,000 feet takeoff distance, a 16,000-pound external load capacity, a flight radius of 285 miles, and an aircraft cost of approximately $1.4 million, equivalent to about $10 million today. There was an intense competition between Northrop and Fairchild Republic, both tasked with building prototypes, YA-9A and YA-10A, for a highly anticipated fly-off. In this head-to-head showdown, the YA-10A not only met but convincingly exceeded the program's requirements, securing its victory in the AX program. This success paved the way for the production version of the A-10 Warthog, a $10 million powerhouse that would become a symbol of protection for American troops and allies worldwide. To adversaries, this signaled the unrelenting onslaught of Gatling cannon rounds. In February 1976, and within a month, the first A-10 joined the Air Force Tactical Air Command. The production line operated at an accelerated pace, delivering over 715 Warthogs to the US Air Force by 1984. In fact, the A-10's standout feature lies in its exceptional low speed and low altitude maneuverability, owing to a well-designed wing with a low angle, ample area, and sizable ailerons. This allows for short takeoffs and landings, critical for operations on primitive airfields near the front lines. Additionally, the A-10 boasts an impressive loitering capability of about 2 hours at 5,000 feet, extending the extra hour with a 600 US gallon external fuel tank. Its honeycomb leading-edge panels contribute to strength without adding excess weight, showcasing remarkable damage resistance across the flaps, elevators, and keel sections. The ailerons, strategically placed at the far ends of the wings, significantly enhance roll control by covering nearly half of the wingspan. This design not only improves maneuverability, especially at low speeds, but also serves as air brakes, allowing the A-10 to decelerate when necessary. Cruising at a lower speed of around 340 miles per hour, the A-10 is better suited for ground attack, outperforming high-speed fighter bombers of its era when it comes to targeting smaller, slower enemy objects effectively. Over the years, the A-10 Warthog has evolved from a brute force attack aircraft of the 1970s into an intelligent yet equally formidable combat machine. Its offensive suite can swiftly penetrate metal, complemented by a defensive armor reminiscent of a cat's 9 lives. The avionics suite, so advanced it could be mistaken for a Tesla product, underscores the A-10's transformation. At its core is the 30 by 173mm GAU-8 Avenger autocannon, unleashing a relentless storm of 3,900 depleted uranium armor-piercing shell rounds per minute, truly a force to be reckoned with. The A-10 Warthog's incredible firepower, precision aiming, and air superiority swiftly neutralizes enemy infantry, armored personnel carriers, and tanks. The GAU-8 Avenger cannon, a marvel in its own right, reaches its maximum speed in just half of a second, firing an impressive 50 rounds in the first second and escalating to a blistering rate of 65 to 70 rounds per second. What's truly striking is its accuracy, capable of placing 80% of the shots within a 40-foot diameter circle at an altitude of 4,000 feet. During Operation Desert Storm in 1991, America's A-10s achieved remarkable feats. They obliterated over 900 Iraqi tanks, with an astonishing 2,000 other combat vehicles and 1,200 artillery pieces. It's no exaggeration to say that the GAU-8 Avenger played a pivotal role in reshaping the battlefield, showcasing the A-10's prowess in delivering unparalleled firepower with unparalleled precision. Situated slightly offset to the port side, the A-10 Warthog's GAU-8 Avenger cannon is a design marvel. Its barrel aligns with the aircraft's center line, ensuring well-distributed and optimized firepower. The ammunition drum, a behemoth measuring 5 feet and 11.5 in length, impressively holds up to 1,350 rounds of 30mm ammunition. To safeguard these rounds, an ingenious system of armor plates with varying thicknesses was installed between the aircraft's skin and the ammunition drum, preventing premature detonation from incoming shells. While the A-10 is predominantly built around the Avenger cannon, it doesn't solely rely on it. Equipped with AGM-65 Maverick air-to-surface missiles, the A-10 has a robust first line of defense against anti-aircraft systems. These missiles can target and eliminate threats using electro-optical or infrared radiation from a considerable distance, showcasing the aircraft's versatility and strategic capabilities. In Operation Desert Storm, the AGM-65 Maverick's infrared camera doubled as a makeshift night vision system for night missions, showcasing the A-10's adaptability. Beyond this, the A-10's arsenal expands to Hydra 70 cluster bombs, rocket pods, GPS and laser-guided bombs like the GBU-39 paveway bombs, JDM wind-corrected munitions dispenser, and the AGM-154 joint standoff weapon glide bombs. To keep this legendary aircraft current, the A-10 Precision Engagement Program, which was executed from 2006 to 2010, implemented comprehensive upgrades, bringing all A-10s to the A-10C standard. These upgrades introduced a new onboard computer, glass displays, cockpit controls, and two 5.5-inch color displays with a moving map function. Elevating overall capability, the A-10 also features a missile attack warning system, alerting the pilot to any incoming missile threats within the aircraft's range, whether friendly or enemy. In enhancing defensive capabilities, the Electronic Warfare Unit, ALQ-184, plays a crucial role. Approximately 6% of the aircraft is covered in heavy armor, enabling it to withstand direct hits from high explosive and armor-piercing projectiles, underscoring the A-10's durability on the battlefield. The A-10's ability to keep going, even if it takes a beating, or more literally, a massive attack, is quite impressive. It has redundant hydraulic flight systems backed by a mechanical system, ensuring that it can still function even if it faces a lot of damage. To protect vital components like the cockpit and flight control systems, they've added a hefty layer of titanium armor called the bathtub. This armor can handle hits from 23mm cannon fire and even some indirect hits from 57mm shell fragments. The front windscreen and canopy are designed to resist fire, especially small arms fire, which is the most common threat when the A-10 is engaging enemy ground troops. For extra protection against ground attacks on the fuel system, all 4 fuel tanks are cleverly placed near the center of the aircraft, away from the main body. This setup means projectiles have to get through the aircraft's skin before reaching a fuel tank. The A-10 also has a smart system with reticulated polyurethane foam lining both sides of the fuel tanks. This foam helps contain debris and limits fuel spillage if the tanks get damaged. One of the big reasons the A-10 is still in service is its simplicity and easy maintenance. It doesn't need fancy runways and can work from simple airfields, making it versatile. The A-10's simple design and sturdy build sees to it that it can handle tough combat conditions and keep going. This straightforward approach makes maintenance easy, even at bases with limited resources. A notable feature is the aircraft's modular construction, allowing many parts to be swapped between the left and right sides. This interchangeability benefits essential components like engines, landing gear, and stabilizers. Additionally, the A-10's robust landing gear, low-pressure tires, and spacious wings enable takeoffs from short, uneven runways, even when carrying a heavy load. This means it can operate from damaged airfields, taxiways, and even straight stretches of highway if needed. In situations where runways, especially at forward air bases, might face damage from foreign objects, the A-10's unique engine setup with strategically placed GE100 turbofan engines helps reduce the risk of foreign object ingestion. The A-10's smart engine placement not only boosts safety, but also keeps the aircraft running during maintenance, making it more efficient. This design perk allows ground crews to work on it without putting the aircraft out of action for too long, reducing turnaround time. The A-10's design brilliance extends to its engine and exhaust nozzles, pulling double duty. By directing exhaust over the tail, it lowers the chances of detection by infrared homing surface-to-air missiles. The exhaust nozzles are also angled to counteract a natural nose-down pitching moment, eliminating the need for excessive adjustments to control surfaces and ensuring stable flight. The A-10 Warthog's enduring popularity stems from its exceptional performance in actual combat situations. Notably, during Operation Desert Storm in 1991, it stood tall alongside other formidable aircraft like the F-15 and F-117 stealth strike aircraft. The A-10 showcased unmatched effectiveness in close air support, operating at low altitudes, dodging enemy attacks, and delivering precise firepower, earning its hero status on the battlefield. The A-10 Warthog has been a stalwart force in neutralizing threats from Iraqi tanks, armored vehicles, artillery, and small targets. Its impressive performance led to the destruction of over 1,000 Iraqi tanks, around 2,000 armored vehicles, 1,200 artillery pieces, and 2 helicopters during the Gulf War. Despite facing significant enemy fire, only 7 A-10s were shot down, and 15 were damaged throughout the entire campaign. Operation Iraqi Freedom in 2003 further showcased the A-10's resilience. One A-10, severely damaged over Baghdad, managed to return to an airfield in southern Iraq, highlighting its survivability. In recent times, during Ukraine's struggle against Russia's invasion, the A-10 Warthog emerged as a lifeline, reinforcing its role as a dependable ally in critical situations. General James Holmes emphasizes the challenge of finding a balance between available aircraft and the ideal A-10 replacement, considering factors like cost and affordability. While the F-35 was initially considered as a potential successor, there's a growing consensus on preserving the A-10's unique capabilities and mission profile. It's not just about having another aircraft for close air support, it's about having one that excels in this role and serves as a reliable guardian for troops on the ground. The A-10 Warthog, with its indomitable spirit and battlefield prowess, stands as a symbol of unwavering support for soldiers on the front lines. As the Air Force navigates the complex path of A-10 replacement, it strives to ensure that this legacy endures, providing troops with effective close air support for years to come. How do you envision the future of close air support? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section.